Hey y'all, if you haven't already, make sure you use the link in the description to head on over to Nakia's Pure Romance catalog. Use code KIABDAY to get 15% off your order. Today's the last day, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. And if you'd like to book your own Pure Romance party, make sure you hit up Nakia to book your 100% free party today. To join the hotspot. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Two Scripters One Poll. First of all, when you see these clips, you will see that I am outside. I am one with the elements, one with nature. You might hear that water running in the background, real sexy like. I don't know. I just woke up today and I was like, I'm gonna be outside. And there was really nothing stopping me but myself. So now I'm here. Um, I had intended on coming outside earlier than this. It's probably like, what time is it? It's like 6 going on 7. The sun set in 2 hours. Um, but I had intended on coming outside earlier, but I've been trying to like organize my life, y'all, because um, so by the time this episode comes out, I this comes out on a Thursday, so my birthday was yesterday. I am officially 27, and 27 is a little bit of a dumb age. So there's that. And excuse my breathing for those of you that are listening because I am. Ooh, that was a loud breath. I have on my old headset when I first started because I was like, I'm obviously not going to bring the whole damn mic setup outside. And I do have a mic that like um that plugs into the computer. That's not like the mic that I be using in the clips that got the I got it. The mic that I be using in the clips that be lighting up and shit. Yeah, I did not bring that because I'm outside and that's a lot of shit to bring. So instead, I decided to bring, well, I already said that, the mic that I used to use. Y'all know I be repeating myself. I'm sorry. I really am not good at multitasking. So why I try to insist on doing that is really beyond me. Um, but I mean, y'all be listening, y'all be telling me y'all listening, so y'all like my all over the placeness. But I was just telling Patreon that I came outside because um, I was like, I just wanna. Well, maybe I told y'all. I really don't know what I already said. Um, Let me slow down and take a breath. Breathe in and out. I realize I have to start like taking breaths when I get like overwhelmed or if I'm just like doing too much because when I breathe, it like recenters me and brings me back. But anyway, yeah, my birthday was yesterday, or yeah, and technically because it's actually what day is it? It's the 13th, so my birthday is in like 2 weeks. Um, no, I don't have any plans. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Everybody keep asking me. I don't fucking know. 27 is a weird age. What you looking at, motherfucker? Why are you all up in my face? This man is all up in my face right now. Like he ain't never seen a black girl before. But anywho, yeah, I don't really have any plans. I'm going on a cruise with my friends in September. Shout out Dixie, shout out Tiff, cause you know Virgos rule the world, and their birthdays are in September. So, uh, Tiffany wanted to go on a cruise for her birthday. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go with you because why would you go on a cruise by yourself? And then it just made sense to invite Dixie as well because, you know, her birthday is the same time. So we're all going as like a big Virgo trip. So for those of you who are listening, I believe I mentioned that I am uh, in the park or wherever I'm at, and I'm tying my leg up with some jute rope because I wanted to practice. And I had intended on originally um, making like some content out of this for my adult links. But I don't really like, I'm trying to get, I don't like talking. I really don't. Like, it's awkward. I didn't make a script. I gotta figure it out. Um, so I was gonna make like a video of me tying my leg up, and then, well, I was recording it for Patreon um, while I was getting ready. Something's not right, but it looks good, so whatever. I was recording it for Patreon, or I started doing it while I was started the recording, and I was like, I'm just gonna be quiet for however long it takes me, so then I could use this video. But then I just started doing shit, and I was like, all right, let's just scrap this. So I already tied my leg up, and now we're here. So I'm just gonna finish this. Well, I did finish it. This joint is wrapped up tight. This is called Fudomomo. I'm sorry, y'all. This mic is. I forgot this mic picks up everything. But this is called Fudomomo, which translates to fat leg in Japanese, I believe. Do not quote me on that. And if anybody who speaks Japanese is listening to this and like, Kia, you're a fucking idiot. That's not what that means. Write in politely. Don't call me an idiot, please. Write in politely and tell me how to correctly say it. You know what I'm saying? We like polite corrections. Anyway, I'm gonna put my leg down because it's a little tight. My hips are really tight. Like, I need to open these bitches up, okay? Somebody need to spread these legs open. Psych. I'm actually, speaking on the topic of spreading legs wide open, I'm actually considering celibacy, Um, I'm trying to figure out what that looks like for me. I know that, like, right now, I am not considering any new penetrative partners. Like, I don't want anybody's dick near my vaginal hole that has not been in it. But with that being said, if you're listening to this and you're a past partner, that doesn't guarantee you a slot, you know? Um, so I'm still figuring out what exactly that looks like. Because also, um, I'm supposed to be finishing. I don't know if finishing will be the correct word, but my birth control, I have the Nexplanon implant that goes in my arm. And I've actually been on birth control since like fucking high school. So it's been, next year will be 10 years that I've been on birth control consistently because I started my senior year. Oh, I know, because my senior year started 2013. So it has been officially 10 years. I think in like September, so we're not too far from there. It's been 10 years since I started birth control, and I started with the pill. I was on that my senior year, and I did it more so because I already told you I've been having sex longer than that. I had actually started birth control for acne and cramps to regulate my period, which they most women that's what the case is anyway. It's just like, can't we find other ways to do that? Our bodies are so young and have so much more to do. But anyway. Um, so I started that my senior year, and then my was it my no, my junior year, well, my sophomore year, I got diagnosed with anxiety and depression, and I was in like a really toxic relationship, and my schedule was just like out of whack. So I kept forgetting to take my pills. I kept losing my pills. Like, I would literally going back and forth between home and school. um I would like take my pills with me, and then I would forget them at home or forget them at school, and then I'd like lose them for a week, and I would always find them right before it was time to like start the sugar pills. So it was like I would just kind of like take two or three at a time, and I was like, all right, this is kind of getting out of hand. My schedule's not consistent. I keep losing them, keep forgetting them. Like, I need something that's more efficient. But I was like, I was really fucking. So I was like, I ain't buying no fucking baby, so I still need the birth control. You know what I'm saying? So then I started looking into different methods, and I've heard way too much shit about IUD and depot shot. No, thank you. And then like the Nuva ring, I just wasn't really thrilled about having to change something inside of my vaginal parts. I think it's like once a week. Um, and obviously the pills weren't really working. But apparently they have non-hormonal pills, which is something I don't know. Like my friend is on them. Shout out to you, friend. My friend Simone. I miss you, girl. That was my teacher best friend. Like that's my girl. Anyway, um, but I'm pretty sure uh her birth control is like some pill that's not hormone non-hormonal, and it I think it like thins your uteral lining, and I might have just made that word up. It is completely possible that I did, but I think it thins your uteral lines lining, your uterus lining, the lining of your uterus um and it makes it like not possible for the egg to stick to your walls. Again, if anybody who is like medically knowledgeable about this stuff, feel free to write in two scrippers one pole at gmail.com. I'm always taking corrections, polite corrections. Um, but yeah, so I thought about that. But it's just like I've been on birth control for so fucking long. It's time to really get off. And I've said it here and there in other episodes, and I have this conversation with people all the time. But it's like I'm not really at a like I've never been pregnant. I've been having sex for so fucking long that it's like, am I infertile? Or is the birth control birth controlling? Or am I just happening to fuck with niggas that shoot blanks? Like, have I just been that blessed by the universe that they're like, you're not gonna get pregnant, bitch? I'm all for it. Because all my friends have kids. I'm like, it just seems like every day I'm the last man standing to this kid game shit, which is fine with me. I love being an auntie, but I actually need y'all to wait till I get rich first. Like I'm just the auntie. I'm not at the rich part yet. So I really need y'all to slow down so I can play my part to the maximum potential. You get $20. We're not giving $1 no more at the functions. All my kids are getting $20, if not more. Like 20, because honestly, let's talk about it. $20 is the new $1. And really, $100 is the new $1. Because this shit is just ridiculous. You go to the store, you put two fucking grocery items on a goddamn belt, and you spending $50. But you don't even have a whole meal for the whole week. So, there was um there was a post. I screenshot it. I think I said that right. Y'all know I just be saying stuff sometimes. It's like once I get on camera and I get on the mic, sometimes things just don't be making sense. But the all that star Giovanni Samuels, I think that's how you say her name, girl. But yeah, I mean, this is a while ago. I also decided I ain't really have like. I was like, I just need to record, and um, there's no like set theme to this episode. I was going through my. I'm in a point of my life where I'm trying to organize things because there's so much going on. And so this week, I've said it again. If you haven't told me happy birthday, tell me happy belated birthday. My birthday was yesterday, August 30th. And this is released on the last day of the month. Happy August 31st. But yeah, I also will have started grad school again this month. Shout out to me. I got an A in my photography course as well as my ethics course. So I'm officially starting the program. Well, I already started the program, but you know what I mean. I'm like officially starting. I start my internship this week too. Really excited about that. The place that I'm working at serves adults and children. So I'm really excited about the opportunity to work with adults in that art therapy lens. And I don't really know if I've mentioned it on here, but I've been mentioning it to other people. But um, I also decided that once I receive my licensure for art therapy to become an art therapist, or I guess my art therapy licensure, I am also going to get my certification to become a sex therapist as well. Um, and then I'm also thinking about like my target demographic. Like, I love working with kids. Uh, Kids are fun for like art activities and like mini lessons, but that's why I could never actually teach elementary school because as much as I love the babies, like they just be five much sometimes, and I really don't have the mental capacity or the energetic stamina to keep up with elementary schoolers all day, several hours of the day 5 days a week. Like, that's a lot. And in an art class, because it's considered as specials in a lot of schools, the issue is that you see these kids, there's like 30 of them. Um, and oftentimes you only see them like once a week for maybe 45 minutes. But you also have to take in consideration, like, if you're even lucky enough to get 45 minutes. So some classes are only fucking 30 minutes long. And so you got them competing for your attention. Oh, my grandma, she hurt her knee this weekend, and my dad got me a dog, and my mom and my dad broke up, and my nose is runny, and I got new shoes. Like, okay, that's great, Sam. I don't really give a fuck. I'm trying to teach y'all some art. Um, so it's like that, and oh, Johnny's picking on me. The attention spans are shit. And then when you're talking to someone who has the attention span of shit, like, it's just a recipe for disaster. Um, and then you got to do materials, passing them out or setting them up and clean up. And so really in some art, like elementary school classrooms, and then it's like if the students aren't even there, like if a student misses a class, they're a whole week behind or sometimes 2 weeks behind. Like, and usually in elementary schools, specials are the ones that they'll without hesitation cancel for kids. Like, oh, it's a school wide assembly, great, you're gonna miss art, you're gonna miss music, you're gonna miss gym, you're gonna whatever the fuck else, maybe library, media technology is the official. These little kids are swimming in this river and I'm deeply disturbed. Like, where are your parents? I enjoy views of water, but this is a fucking like creek. This is not, y'all fucking swimming in this gulping water, like, and y'all are fully fucking clothed. Y'all don't even have on swimsuits. What is happening? But I'm gonna mind my business, cause you know mm, that's none of my business. Anyway, yeah. So like in an elementary school classroom, if you have 30-minute classes or maybe 45 minutes classes, if you're lucky, you really only get like 15 to 25 minutes of instruction for real, depending on the day too. Because like if you're working on a project that's long term, and depending on how, like, it of course depends on like your teaching skills, your rapport with the classroom, like how well that class can regroup. It's harder with like the head start and the pre-k and all of that. But um like the first couple of lessons might you're going to get less time because you're trying to explain stuff to people, and then as you move further in the lessons you might be able to expand that time. So if you have a 30-minute class, you might be able to do like 20 minutes of instruction, so like 5 minutes setup, 5 minutes cleanup. If you can whip them little whippersnappers into shape. But if you can't, then it's just a recipe for fucking disaster. um, and then the other reason why I didn't teach elementary school is because I have a mouth on me. I was actually talking to somebody about this last night. Like, I'm a very nice person. I don't be trying to be rude. Sometimes when I say things, and I'm aware of this, sometimes when I say things with a monotone. And so it comes out a lot sassier or ruder than it was intended to be. Um, But it's really just me trying to process whatever it is you're asking or saying to me. But sometimes it is because just like, you're fucking stupid. Why would you even ask me that? You know what I'm saying? So it's like really a 50-50 chance that I'm just talking or that I'm actually trying to be a dick. Um, but anywho, so um, there was this one time I was teaching and it was like fourth or fifth, I think it was my fifth graders. And sorry, y'all. I just drank some Gatorade. I froze it before I came out here. I got some fruit snacks too. I came prepared. The only thing I don't have, which I really didn't put too much thought into, I do not have bug spray or any type of citronella anything. I didn't really think that part out. I think I might come outside and do recordings more often, but I gotta like plan better because I really thought that this was gonna be it. I thought that there were gonna be less people out here so that I could actually get some water because I love water. Um, I thought there were gonna be less people. Okay, are y'all gonna get that child? Y'all, she was under the water. Like, she looked like she was fucking about to go with the water down the river. And the people with her are just staring, and they keep staring at me like, "Can I fucking help you? Boy, have you lost your mind? Cause I help you fucking find it." Anyway, um, yeah. So I was teaching my fifth graders, and I had told, I gave them the instruction, and then I was like, "All right, y'all can start lining up to get the materials from me." Y'all, it was fucking 28 fifth graders. They all bum rushed me with their hands out, yelling, asking for stuff. And I just got really overwhelmed in that split second. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I checked myself. I realized what had just happened. But luckily, none of them peeped. It was like loud, but it wasn't that loud, I guess, because nobody reacted. But that moment was definitely like a check in moment. Like, okay, this isn't for me because I be catching attitudes, and once I catch an attitude, it's just really no deal. And like that's not to say I would be cursing my students out, but I definitely wasn't like when my students was acting a damn fool, I'd be like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like y'all got training, like y'all got some better sense than this. Y'all need to come correct. Um, I'm fucking these fruit snacks up, y'all. I love fruit snacks. It's a motherfucking problem. Um, but anyway, back to how I got here. I don't really know how I got to the teaching part. Oh, no, that wasn't it. I was talking about how. Oh, that's what it was. I was talking about how I'm trying to become more organized because I have so much fucking going on between the podcast, between this findom stuff, um, grad school, and then my internship comes along with that, and then obviously just trying to live a life, and have some type of social life. And a lot of my friends be like, "Hey, you need to slow down, you need to slow down, you need to do this, you need that." And yes, um, I know that I do, and I work best when I am active. um oh, and then I have like my regular vanilla job too. But honestly, like my vanilla job, as much as I love it, like it's a community arts program. I'm a manager. I'm one of the managers in the community arts program, and I love it. But I need to be paid more, and it's a part-time job, so I can only work so many hours. And it's like, all right, bruh, unless y'all giving me a raise or something, I can't keep doing this. And obviously, like now that I'm starting school, I'm sorry, y'all. These fruit snacks is good. If you couldn't tell, let me drink this Gatorade. Sip, sip. Pinky up, cause I'm sophisticated. Anyway, um, oh, there's somebody behind me this whole time. God damn it. What was I talking about? Yeah. So with my internship, I need like 16 hours per week for that, and then my classes. I have classes 2 nights a week instead of three because I took that other class during the summer. Um, but I still have to factor in drive time and actual work time, and completing all my assignments and all that stuff. So, and then just like rest. So I'm really trying to get all of this shit. And I don't want to say it's shit because I really that's the reason why I don't want to give up on this. Like I actually do enjoy it as much work as it is, and sometimes I like get in my head. I'm like, this is too much work, and da da da. I don't know what to talk about. And but once I actually start recording, I'm like, we say what we say. We'll get some type of substance out of that. Um, but it's something that I enjoy, and everything that I have my foot in right now, I see a future for it. That's like the biggest thing, and it's really just a matter of putting my faith in the universe, but also my faith in myself. Like I know me and my work ethic. I know what I'm capable of, and I do know when something truly is too much for me. And so I'm just kind of in this space of like I have all this shit going for me, and now it's like I really need to figure out how to make it work, and make it work sufficiently so that I don't burn myself out, because I tend to put myself in positions where I burn myself out. Um, and I want everything to still be fun and enjoyable. So I'm trying to like organize my life and go through files, like, so this content creation stuff for Findom, and then also podcast, trying to like figure out how much, or like what is something that's old that's relevant that can still be used. um or how can I incorporate breaks, like, so the reason why this episode is coming out the day after my birthday instead of the week before my birthday is because this current week, the week that I am in, or I'm starting today, August 13th, I decided to take a break because I can do that, and I need to do that, and I need to recognize that, um, and stop trying to like work myself to death. So I brought all that up to say hi. Sorry, y'all. I had to like awkwardly pause because, like I said, I'm outside in nature and somebody just walked through the video. So I wanted to make sure to cut that out. But it was cute because the little girl looked at me. She's like, "Hi." Um, oh, I got a little life jacket. That's cute. But anyway, um, so part of me, I was like, well, let me, part of the reason why I took this break is so that I could try to get ahead of the stuff, so that I have content and I'm not just like stressing myself out to try to meet all these deadlines and things like that. Work ahead, work smarter, not harder. um, and so I just, sometimes I just be on Instagram and I be seeing stuff, and it's either like I'm not in a space where I can act like I can listen to whatever it is, or at work they be banning like Instagram and Twitter and all them places, so it don't even be loading. Or like it'll be like, shoddy. So I went through my saved uh thing so I can kind of clear that out, and I came across a couple things. So I was like, I'm just gonna make those the conversation for today, because I could talk for an hour and y'all gonna see I'm talking. Anyway, so back to all that. But this is like a old post that was in there. This is from July, but like she had came and said, how the pandemic really fucked her up and she ain't got no money, and y'all talking about this money that she don't have, and I can relate to that on such a like spiritual level. Like, I'm a grinder. I work hard, but y'all, I be experiencing brokenness. Like, I'm not about to sit here and act like I have it, because there are a lot of bills that are waiting to be paid, and I'm just like, the universe will take care of it. I'm doing as much as I can and all I need to do, but like everything, every time I think I get over the hump and I'm like, this is it, we're here, we're exactly where we wanted and need to be, then something else comes slap me in the face, and I'm like, bro, if the universe hates me, just say that. But like, I know you don't, because you're putting all this stuff in my way, and like I see where all of this is headed. Like, y'all are not ready for the the shit I have coming. Y'all are not ready. I'm not ready. I am ready, but I'm not ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm doing as much as I can to prepare myself and be ready. But like, I know that there's a lot of great things coming my way. I get like these crazy, and that's the other thing. Like, my attention span be all over the place, y'all. I'm opening up these fruit snacks, about to fuck these bitches up. What's the best kind of fruit snack? I would say so. Welch's is definitely top tier. The mixed fruit, they're great. Um, who has some other really good gummy worms? Mott's isn't bad. Mott's isn't bad. Um, I think it's like, is it Gummy Forest? It's like some, I don't know. It's like some forest themed. They're not bad either. But I think Welch's is definitely like top tier. If it's like some store brand like the Target strawberry, they be hard and nasty. Not the type of nasty I like. Um, what was I talking about? The universe and experiencing brokenness. But yeah, like, it's just really sad to see that like the world was already fucked up. Then the pandemic happened, and now it's even more fucked up. And everybody acknowledges, well, everybody can acknowledge for the most part for themselves how fucked up they are. But like, as a society, the society doesn't care. Like, you don't recognize other people's brokenness, you only recognize your own, and nobody's really doing anything to like say like, hey, We're all broke. Something's got to give. Like we are, but we aren't. Um, and so then I started thinking about just like homelessness, right? And then I saw um that I had favorited something or saved something. Impact is a really, I really like their platform. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you because my mom gets on me about this all the time. I don't be watching the news. Part of it is because I don't have any live streaming services to watch the news. Um, and the second part of it is like, sorry, not sorry. I don't necessarily care to watch the news. And I say that because the news is just so fucking depressing. Like, if it's not black people getting killed or arrested, then it's something else going on where stupid men are making decisions on women's bodies, or somebody's being attacked, or there's some type of fucking shooting, and it's so fucking depressing. Or fucking Trump done did something stupid again. Like, the news is just depressing. So it's like, why am I gonna pay money to stream the service? Because I gotta either get cable or I gotta pay for like Hulu Live or Netflix. Does Netflix have TV? I don't know, but YouTube TV, like, I'm not paying that. And I can just stream TV. Because honestly, I don't even be watching TV like that because I be so fucking busy. Like, I still haven't finished Atlanta. I have been watching the same episode of Atlanta for the past like at least 4 months because I keep going to Hulu to turn it on. And then because it's been so long since I watched it, it starts back over, and I don't even remember what's going on. So I start watching it, but then either I get distracted or like I fall asleep, or something else grabs well, that's what distraction means, Kia. Anyway, but like, yeah, something will happen and I won't finish the episode. And then, when I finally retrace my steps to make it back, then it starts the episode all over again. And I'm just like, did I watch this? I did watch this, but I don't remember it. So let me keep going. A never ending cycle. Um, so, yeah, I brought that up because Impact on Instagram, they're definitely, I would say, one of my news sources. Like, I get a lot of news, but also just like good information that also provides like resources if I want to like look it up more. So they had did I had screenshot these because I was like in my house trying to get, because I don't got Wi-Fi out here obviously, and my phone is a hotspot, but I'm recording on my phone as well. So is this still okay? I'm recording on my phone as well, so I can't use that hotspot. So I was like, let me just take screenshots of this. But um yeah, so they had made a post and it was talking about homelessness, and it's like, it's not always what we think. Um, and so they said, let's bust 6 biases about the unhoused community. So I'm gonna go through those real quick and then kind of tell like my personal stuff or experiences with homelessness, or the top and well the topic of homelessness and like just being homeless. But um, the bias is that a lot of people will be like, unhoused people need to just go get a job. When the fact is that, like, many homeless Americans have a job and often more than one. Like, the fucking cost of living is ridiculous. Fucking one studio, not even a 1 bedroom apartment, a studio apartment nowadays without fucking uh utilities included be like $1,500. I'm paying $1,500 to literally live in a box where my bed and my kitchen are in the same space. Are you fucking kidding right now? Like that, it's ridiculous. Like you need, it's almost like you need a, well, it's not almost, it is, you need a roommate to live in a studio. Do you know how dumb and just ridiculous that fucking sounds? It's crazy. It was like, cause when one of me and one of my partners broke up, I had to move back in with my mom because I just couldn't afford it. Like, I didn't know how long I was gonna be there. I was down bad, y'all. I was real sad. I thought about going back to teaching because I was like, that's the only way I'm gonna make any kind of money. And understand, like, while I was teaching, that's the most amount of money I've ever made. Um, and I taught for 2.5 years, so I did get a raise each year, but it still wasn't like I was lucky enough, and it, I can't beat myself up over it, um, because it's really, I was doing the best I could with what I had, um, given my circumstances, but it was like, damn, these bugs. Um, I'm sorry, y'all. The mosquitoes are distracting me. I know I'm delicious. Fergalicious definition make them boys go crazy. You know, that song, that's where Kealicious came from. Cause I definitely made that like my MySpace theme when I first made a MySpace. First of all, I had no fucking business on MySpace at elementary school. That's how I feel like I feel about these kids on Instagram today. Cause what are you on Instagram for? And this just like y'all need to go on another. Why are y'all swimming in this water like it's a pool? Like, well, I guess it is because running water is better than still water, but like still, I would not want to be in this creek. Like, what is going on? And where did that man go that was staring at me? He disappeared. Um, but yeah, like I was staying with my mom, and I just didn't know when I was gonna get out of it, and I thought about going back to teaching because I was like, well, that's a guaranteed paycheck. Because even my job right now, it's not always guaranteed. Um, like it's a guaranteed paycheck. I know I have some type of security when it comes to insurance and stuff, but I really couldn't bring myself to go back because I was still in a space. Like when I left teaching, I was in a mental space of burnout and just like I didn't feel like I was any good to myself. So I knew I couldn't be good to my students, and I was just it was never my students, it was the system. But it was getting to a point I was hating the system so much that I was getting ready to get to a point where I was going to start retaliating on my students, and they don't deserve that. So I was like, yeah, it's time for me to go. So by the time I left, and it's not even a year since I left, I'm considering going back. I filled all the paperwork. I literally think I just had to submit like one more document to make it official. And I was just like, yeah, nah, because I'm going to end up leaving. Because now I'm in an even worse mental space and physical space than I was when I left. So now I'm really gonna be upset. And then I heard from through the grapevine from friends and shit that like shit really hit the fan. It didn't get any better. So I was just gonna walk into an even bigger shit show. Um, so I had to like stand on that decision to leave and just put my trust in myself that I'm gonna figure it out. And I think it's of course it's always easier said than done. But we really, as a collective, need to put more trust in ourselves, and figuring out like what we want to do. And that's not to say like I did kind of go out on a whim and I was like fuck this job and I quit. But I had another job, it just wasn't making as much money. Like I was an artist assistant, and at the time when I made the decision that I made, I had a lot of people in my life who at the time seemed like they were really great support systems, and they volunteered themselves. And this is something that I'm still working on. I realize I've been realizing how hyper independent I am, and how that's translating to like everything that I do. Because like even if taking it into like the bedroom, right? I'm just like, I'll take my panties off. That's your job. You should be taking my panties off. But I just be like, niggas can't never do nothing right. Let me just do this. Let me get this over with. And I'm like moving so fast because I'm just like, if nobody else gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. And in some cases, I don't give other people a chance to do that. And that may or may not been a good example, but that was something that I was participating in some activities at no point in time, and I just started kind of like rushing to try to take my panties off, and I was like, "This your job, motherfucker. Why am I doing your job?" And I had like an internal dialogue of like, "Kia, just let them take the panties off." But then I'm like, "But then the niggas don't ever do nothing. But you ain't even give them the chance." I mean, y'all still stupid and y'all ain't shit at the end of the day. That's not an excuse. Y'all still, but like I can't really say that if I don't give y'all the chance. Ooh, I'm sorry, y'all. That was a crazy noise, but this bug just got in my way. Um. Anyway, this isn't about that, but yeah. That's why I brought that up because when I was even when I was teaching, like that's the most money that I made. But even when I was teaching, I was still doing Instacart, and I was still teach. Not a teacher, art assistant on days that I could. Like I think like two, at least two, if not 3 days a week, as a studio assistant, and I still was like trying to break my back to get bills paid. Now, granted, at that time, a lot of that was like unnecessary debt that I got myself into when I was younger. But I'm gonna blame that on the school system for not properly teaching us about credit and about taking out loans and whatever else the fuck finances and all that shit. Y'all are failing youth. Um, yeah. So that the idea that homelessness only affects adults, but 1 in 6 children in America are home. 1 in 6 children. Let me just read what the fucking thing says. 1 in 6 homeless Americans is a child. Um, so yeah, a lot of kids, whether the family predicaments. I mean, I've experienced. Let me just go through this and then I'll talk more about that. But a bias is that people living on the streets can always go to a shelter. But the fact is, one, a lot of shelters are overcrowded because there's so many homeless people. And then they have curfews, which often means that like you got to give up a night job if you can't get if that place doesn't allow for certain paperwork or passes in order for you to work. And even then sometimes it's like you can only work to a certain time. uh, and a lot of jobs aren't always trying to go for that. People say that homelessness is a result of bad choices, and when really one of the main causes is the lack. Y'all, these bugs are fucking eating me up. I'm trying to finish this episode though, cause I'm not. Yeah. Anyway, one of the main causes of homelessness is the lack of affordable homelessness. Like I already said, like who the fuck who's paying 15, $1,600 for a fucking studio apartment if you can even afford that to begin with? Like honestly, truly. And that's what's blowing me because like food stamps, I was on food stamps, and I say that with absolutely no shame in my game. Like I need y'all to stop playing with me. I actually need to stop playing with myself and reapply now that I'm a student, and hopefully that'll they'll bless me. But I had applied on food stamps when I was with a former partner because I was like, I'm going to take care of groceries. And then the grocery started grocerying, and I was like, I can't afford this on my new budget. Oh, it's a bunny. It's a bunny. Um, so I had got on food stamps, and then I was on them for a while, but it's a baby bunny, y'all. This is so cute. I just want to grab it. In middle school, I made one of my boyfriends chase a squirrel at the park for me. I was like, I want a squirrel. Go chase it. And he did. He ran around the playground for me and attempted to catch a squirrel. Obviously unsuccessful because I never got the squirrel. But I probably should have made him try to catch a bunny. They used to have bunnies that would jump around my school. I saw them like once or twice. Anyway, um, what was I talking about? Yeah, so I was on food stamps, but now they claim I make too much money. But my thing is like with food stamps and like Medicaid and all of this assistance, they do not take into account other things. Like they take rent, they take like a phone bill. They don't take health care costs, and it might vary on state, but Maryland doesn't include, like, they'll do if you do health insurance, but like they don't count dental, they don't count vision. Nigga, I'm still paying for it. That's still part of my fucking health. Why aren't you fucking counting that? They don't take into consideration transportation or whatever else. Like, according to these documents, I quote unquote make enough money to live in my house, but y'all don't even. Fucking eggs is $7. And y'all want to give, like, y'all really tried to play with me because they had approved me, and then after, they declared that we're no longer in this pandemic emergency or whatever, they cut food stamps, and they tried to play me. They get went from $280 a month to $64, and then I know somebody, they reduced theirs from 250 to $24 a month. What, excuse me, 23. What the fuck am I gonna get with $23? Stop fucking playing with me. Like, it's crazy, and y'all don't want to take into consideration all the other shit that I'm paying, and taking into consideration how expensive groceries are to begin with. So as a one person household, I was told I cannot bring in more than $1,400 a month gross. So that's not even what is it, gross and net, I think, is, yeah, net is, I don't know. I don't speak math, but either way, whatever it is, it's fucking ridiculous. That makes no sense. Like, I think it is gross because net is what you take home. So gross, like, you say I can't make over $1,400 a month gross. I'm not even seeing that money. At least not in the now. But y'all be so fucking money hungry with taxes. Like, I don't think I'll ever fucking see it. So it's just, this world is fucking shit, bro. I fucking hate it here. Um, there's a idea that most homeless people are uneducated, when really 13% of community college students are homeless nationwide. Um, People that have nice clothing or a phone can't be homeless, but usually nice clothing comes from like donation centers, or assistant programs that will, like, they have programs now that provide phones and, keeping up with the times. Like, a lot of these uh, programs are smartphones now and things like that. Um, so yeah, I mean, that was the post impact. Shout out to y'all. Um, but homelessness is not something, it's not anything that's new to me. Obviously, I was like, the definition of it is without, not having a home, not having a place of your own. So while I was staying with my mom, I was homeless. That's not my space. She's on government assistance. Like, let somebody be petty and be like, oh yeah, her daughter's living with her. Now I'm at risk of putting my mom out because, her stuff says she can only have so many people on a lease. Like, it's just a fucked up world that we lived in, and it's like I'm living out of. It was only 3 months, but it felt like a fucking eternity, and I wouldn't want to go back to that. Could I? If I had, would I? If I had to, absolutely. But like, I want to steer away from that. Um, but trying to live out that suitcase for 3 months it was crazy. Like, literally shit in trash bags, having to, like, anyway. But this one time I was in college. I think it was it, ooh, what year was that? That was my junior year. Yeah, that was my junior year because I was an RA. I was an RA, y'all. I was a fucking RA. Um, it's really bothering me that these kids are really swimming, like swimming in this fucking water. I just put my feet in because my feet cute. I painted my toes. I did a little video with my toes in the water. Mm. Anyway, um, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I was an RA, and I was taking my junior year speech and communications class, and we had to do. I forget what the that particular assignment was on, but like our first assignment was we got paired with somebody in class, and we had to like introduce them, and they had to introduce us. So this white girl got paired with this other girl, and she was like, her biggest pet peeve was homeless people, and she don't understand why they can't just go get a job. Whoo, child. I was waiting for the moment to put that bitch in her place. That pissed me off so much, and it just screamed so much privilege. Like, so I went on a rampage. Like, I can be petty, and I be trying to be like, I got a story for pettiness because the shit I saw the other day was crazy. But like, I like to be petty, but I like to be like educationally petty. like not just being petty because my feelings are hurt. Like I really need you to understand where the fuck you went wrong, and I'm gonna go out of my way if I need to do that. But anyway, so she said that, and it was literally like the first week of school that she said that. So then I think, like, I don't know how, at least 2 months went by at this point, and I don't remember the actual assignment, but um, I decided to do my presentation on homelessness. And I had started it out, and I gave the facts, that a lot, with the same thing that Impact was saying, is that, like, people have this perception that people who are homeless are on drugs or doing this. And while that may be the case, that's not always the case. Like, you can lose your job in a moment's notice, you could lose your housing in a moment's notice. Like, literally, everything for a person can flip no matter the circumstances in the blink of an eye. So you might have been this rich, wealthy person today, but maybe like your fucking accountant isn't really handling your money how it's supposed to. Then the next thing you know, you got somebody knocking on your door saying, "Yeah, we repoing all your shit," and you're like, "Nah, I got this money." No, you don't. No, you don't. Like there's so many different circumstances that can put you into homelessness. It's not like only these people. Now, of course, there are demographics that are more susceptible to it, but homelessness could be at anybody's doorstep in a moment's notice. So it's not always going to be people who are on drugs. It's not always going to be people who look, who aren't dressed up all the time. Um, I really need them to get these fucking kids out the water. This is fucking crazy. I was like, look at that big ass fish. It's a fucking kid. Um, what was I talking about? I'm so distracted right now. Maybe this wasn't the best idea. I'm gonna come back out here tomorrow in like the morning. I want to come outside in the morning, but I need to get some bug spray because this is not it. Um, yeah, and it's like also too. I had saw something a while ago that was talking about it. That it's like, can you really blame people? The fucking world sucks. The fucking world sucks. So if I give money to homeless people when I can, if I have the change. I do give it more so to black people than white people. I be more critical of the white folk, because I want to help my skin folk. Um, but I try to give back when I can, if I have it to give to somebody else. Um, and what they do with that money is really none of my business. It's none of my business. I all I can do is hope that you know they do something beneficial. Get food or get something of sustenance. Or maybe they need to go to the store and get like some type of clothing item or something. That's all that I can hope for. But at the end of the day, if they do something else with that money, that's not my business. And I really can't even be mad or blame them because the fucking world is shit. Like, if you're sleeping outside when it's fucking 100 and something degrees outside, or it's below, it's 30 degrees, it's ice on the ground, you have a fucking tent, and every day it seems like the cops want to come and arrest you, and da da da, you need to go somewhere else. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? I don't have a job. This shit, literally everything is unaffordable. Like, what the fuck else am I supposed to do? So I don't blame them. Yeah, I'm gonna get a drink, or I'm gonna smoke some whatever, or shoot some whatever, cause that'll give me a moment of temporary relief, like to just get out of this fucking shit show of a fucking world. Um, and I'm not excusing it, but it's just like, be realistic. Like, what the fuck else am I supposed to do? This world is shit. And prices just keep going up. It's never fucking ending. And like, yeah, my mom always like, oh, you save $5 here, you save $10 here. Realistically, as a homeless person, like, what is saving money when every day I'm fighting for my life? Let's be fucking real. Um, yeah, so I was like talking about that, and I was like, on the children piece, that a lot of times some of these situations aren't even people's faults. Like, you have maybe something happened, whether it was the direct fault of the parent, maybe drug use or abuse or something like that, or maybe it wasn't even like something as bad as that or traumatic as that. Maybe it was a lost job or whatever. If a parent died, the parent who was making the most money died, and whatever. Like, sometimes kids are born into this, or they're just, these are the cards that they're handed, and kids can't do shit about it. So, um, and usually they're in areas that are already not they're already not government funded, or they're low income and don't have enough resources, food deserts, and all these other things. Like, it's a recipe for fucking disaster. So I gave my little schooling of what homelessness is. Like, the a person sleeping on somebody's couch. If you don't have your own permanent residence, then you are considered homeless by definition. So I had went through like a whole little presentation about all of that, and then at the end, and I could tell she was really uncomfortable because I did keep looking at her, because, like, bitch, you really tried to play. So at the end of it, I had like looked her dead in the face, and I was like, so in conclusion, and I like tapped my little index cards, and I was like, in conclusion, you can't just go get a fucking job. I ain't say the fucking part. I just added that for like emphasis. But yeah, and her whole face turned red, and she looked really like uncomfortable. But as you should be, because why the fuck would you say something ignorant like that? I'm gonna pause right now because the little girl coming back past, and I'm gonna cut that out. In the meantime, I'm gonna delete these screenshots that I took, cause like I said, I don't got I don't have internet service out here. Okay, they're gone. Um, yeah. So that's my bit on homelessness and organization. I'm coming up on an hour. I did it, y'all. I didn't really think I was gonna do it. Um, wow. I really need to get up because I'm in such an awkward position right now. I think I just because I took a whole bunch more screenshots. Well, I'll keep talking for a little bit. Let me see what other. Um, okay, so there was a screenshot that was like, "How the fuck a computer gonna ask me if I'm a robot, motherfucker? You a robot?" And I felt that on such a spiritual level. Like, I'm so fucking tired of these fucking capture verification shits, because it was like one day I was trying to. So like that's the other thing too, because I just be like, I need to get a better handle of my passwords. So I just need a better handle on everything. Like, this month is focusing on organization. I'm getting better though. Y'all, did you know that a fucking terabyte is a lot of fucking space? Okay, because my phone, I was sitting here about to get I was trying to upgrade to, like, I think the next level is like a 512 gigabyte. I was gonna upgrade to that because I just keep getting all these notifications, but oh, you're running out of phone space, and I'm already paying like $10 a month for iCloud storage, which I need to check in because I got a notification the other day saying my payment was declined, and I'm like, I got money, so who lying? But anyway, um, so I have been transferring stuff from my phone onto my external hard drive because, one, I'm just trying to like, because the problem is that, like, for instance, a lot of my poll videos, like, I'll record me polling for 30, 40 minutes, sometimes an hour, and then I'll go back and watch, like, I'll go and see, like, oh, what part looks good, and I'll like take the little clips of it and shorten them down to like a minute, 2 minutes, or 30 seconds, or 45 seconds, or 15 seconds, whatever the case may be. And now I got all these fucking clips because I never went back and deleted them. Um, or if you know me, I tend to, like, when I'm texting people, if it's too much to type, because I be rambling. Exhibit A, this whole fucking podcast, like the whole series, I just be rambling. But it's sometimes I'll send videos of me talking instead of sending a text message reply. And sometimes, like, I don't really be doing voice messages because something wrong on my phone. When I be trying to send voice messages, it be sounding crazy as hell. Um, so um, I finally have been like really trying to go through stuff and actually get rid of stuff. And I have so much more space on my phone now. Like, I have 256 gigabytes, and now I freed up over 100, and I still have more to go. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, so part of my organization too is just like getting a better handle on my passwords and all that thing. So it was like one day, I think I was I had forgot my password to, I don't know if it was like I want clips or OnlyFans or loyal fans or whatever the fuck. But that's where you can find me. I'm focusing on foot fetish content. I got some squirting content on there as well. But like, if you want to see that, you gotta pay the price. Sorry, y'all. People walking past. But also, this just proves every day why I don't like men and men are stupid. Because at least the woman that just walked past me, she had enough courtesy to walk behind the camera because they've been watching me record this whole time. So she had enough decency to walk behind it, whereas he just walked directly through the camera. Like, nigga. Anyway, um, yeah, so it was like it's all the time because I've really been meaning to talk about. I've been meaning to talk about this really since I fucking started this podcast. Which, oh wow, today August 13th makes two scrippers one pole. Let me see. We went live April 13th. So May, June, July, August. 4 months old. My baby is 4 months old today. So I've literally been meaning to talk about captcha verifications for 4 months. Like it's been on my list of topics and I never fucking got around to it. And it was one day I was getting so pissed because literally all of my platforms kept making me do it. And it's like, bro, this fucking square has a part of the tire. Is it a part of the picture or not? And then if I don't pick it, it's wrong. But then when I do pick it, it still seems wrong. Like I don't really like. Why am I proving to a computer that I'm not a computer? Make it make sense. Cause y'all don't even be doing shit right half the time. And y'all got me sitting here. Is it a bus? Is it a train? Is it a crosswalk? Is it a traffic light? I don't fucking know and I don't fucking care. I'm just trying to log into my shit. My password was correct, wasn't it? So why the fuck are we still here? Um, I'm sorry, these people is really just like, oh yeah, they staring at me. They see me talking. They see me trying to do some work, but they just keep trying to get in the camera. So I'm gonna just cut it here and go home. And I think I'm gonna do a second recording. I think I'm gonna do. I haven't done any mini shows yet because like y'all supposed to be sending me topics and y'all don't be sending me topics. And so part of me is like maybe I should just cut the mini sodes, right? But y'all like those, like y'all like all of it. That's what y'all be telling me. Like when I be seeing y'all in public and y'all be DMing me. So I like thanks for the support. But like when I be asking y'all to do shit, y'all don't be doing it, and I'm just really confused. And I've never understood that because everybody was like, "Kid, you need to make a podcast. Kid, you need to make a TV show. Kid, you're so funny. Kid, but whenever I fucking ask for participation, everybody be looking at me like they fucking stupid. And it's like when I go off like this and I start talking all fast and getting all angry, everybody like, oh my god, da da da, you so funny. I'm not trying to be fucking funny. I'm being dead ass serious. Why y'all be making me do this? Like, and it's just, I know it's just giving y'all free entertainment. So I really, like, y'all just be getting me hot. Like, I really be hot and twisted like a fucking pretzel. Speaking of fucking pretzels, y'all, at no point in time I was folded up like a fucking pretzel. I mean, should I give y'all a visual? I'm gonna give y'all a visual. I'm gonna wait till this man walk past though, cause it's a little wild. I'm a little freaky, you know. But um, uh, Dixie asked me what's my sexual fantasy, right? Dixie asked me what's my sexual fantasy, and I said, and this is still true. This is still very much true. I want to be suspended in the air, and I want to be squirting in a circle. Like I need to be suspended. I need this pussy to be played with. I'm telling, fuck this junk up, and then just fucking spin me, and I'm just like, ah! Like super torpedo squirt. Okay. But my second fantasy, and let me try to do this real quick, right? So I was folded up like a pretzel with like my legs up over. If you're on Patreon, you can see this. My legs up over my head like this, right? It's kids around, so I had to put it down. Now, one of my goals has always been to give myself head. The day I can give myself head, I promise you, it's over for you niggas. Like I won't need y'all for shit. Um, and it's crazy because I haven't gotten head in a long time, and I'm not mad. I'm not pressed though. I don't know. It goes back to that celibacy thing. Like I'm figuring it out for myself. I don't really want um any new bodies. Not too crazy about my old choices. Uh, and it really comes from like, I think a not I think I know a major part of all of this stems back to that whole herpes scare that I have, because I was dealing with like a lot of feelings of embarrassment and guilt and shame, even though I know it wasn't my fault. And I've always had sexual health education, so like it was more so I felt disappointed in myself that I didn't think to get like to ask for herpes specifically. Like I stayed on top of HIV because that was something that I've always, been aware of, and then, the other things I have been lucky enough, when I did get some STDs, they were curable. Um and so I've always been lucky for that, but like that was something that was really fucking terrifying, and that like I was I've never been so anxious in my life and for such an extended period of time. Like there were so many emotions and so many fears going through my head. I just really didn't know what to do. And so that wasn't a fun experience for me. And then while I was waiting for those results, it was also like, okay, well, if this does come back positive, like how am I going to change my actions and change my life, and how am I going to inform other people who are at risk because of this situation. So it was a lot. There was a lot of pressure, and I didn't like feeling like that. And th- that all happened as well at the same time that I was entering the kink space. And it just goes back to, again, I think everything happens, like timing is so important. Like when it's your time, it'll be your time. And like I was supposed to start grad school a year ago, but the stuff, like it just so happened that when I started when I did, because one of my professors who teaches my professionalism and ethics class is out on maternity leave, so she wasn't going to be able to teach during the semester. That's why they offered it during the summer. So I jumped on that because I was like, well, I don't like I know it's going to be a heavy course load, so let me try to lighten my load when the semester starts. And then that's when I took photography, and at the same time, that's when I started entering these kink spaces, and the same topics are being discussed: informed consent, values, boundaries. Photography, as I'm starting this whole like brand building and things, and now I can actually consider myself a photographer. And I'm gonna I did my grad school project, and I want, well, we'll see if I release it on my birthday or not. But my plan in this moment is to release it on my birthday, like my grad school photography final project that I did, centering all my photos around kink. So that may or may not be live by the time this episode is live. But if it's not, look out for that. There's still some editing I need to do on that. But like everything just kind of happened in in the right time, in the right moment. Like all of these lessons that I needed to learn or things have been coming across my plate in a way that like, yes, I am working, working, working. I've been doing a lot. I've been learning a lot, but it's stuff that applies to everything that I'm doing. And I'm just like, it's a lot, but I'm so enthralled and haven't. I've never used enthralled before, so why I just use that, I don't know. But that just goes to show like how, what the fuck is that? Oh, it's time for me to go inside. Oh no, absolutely not. All these fucking kids swimming like they ain't got no damn home training. All these fucking bugs running around. All these people walking around like they ain't never seen a black boy before. Y'all ain't never seen a nigga? Y'all all up in my face like y'all never seen a nigga before. I'm confused. Anyway, um, I was saying something beforehand. I'm always saying something, y'all. I really don't know what the fuck I was talking about because I'm irritated. The sun going down. I'm gonna come back out here tomorrow because it's some content that I wanted to make and I didn't get the chance to do it because I was really trying to find a space in the water, and I think that's a cardinal. That's the red bird. I don't fucking know. But I think that's what that is. It's bunnies and cardinals out this boat. I ain't seen no fish yet. I don't want to see no fish. Fish are ugly. Fish are really ugly. Like, I remember this one time we went snorkeling. Me, my mom, my brother, my sister, and it was at Epcot. I don't know if they still do it, but Epcot, Disney, the big like space globe thing or whatever. And I could be making this up. Like, it could be I know that we went to Epcot, and I know that this happened because there's pictures, but I might be lying about like where it actually took place. But from what I remember, the big like white globe spacey thingy inside of that is like an aquarium, and so we went in there to go snorkeling. Yeah, it was snorkeling. It wasn't scuba diving. And I was talking all this big shit like, yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna do it. Da, da, da. Man, I got in that hole. I started crying my eyes off. I was like, get me out of here. And even the family picture, I am bawling. I'll probably, if I can find it, I'll insert it on Patreon. Patreon, two scripters, one pole. Um, and very embarrassing. But like the instructor, now that I think about it, it might have been a little predatory because why you on my face? But he was like, well, if you get in the water, you can come over and swim with me, and I can show you the dolphins. And he made me like get on his back and swim over to the dolphins. And it was like a gate, so I really couldn't see the dolphins, and they didn't come over to us. So yeah, huh? Hmm. That's a little crazy. That is a little crazy. I don't remember it being sexual though. Anyway, I'm just gonna get off that topic. That's a little crazy. But I was talking about something before that. I know I was talking about like grad school as I always am. I don't know. Yeah, this is my first week. My birthday was yesterday. I'm getting to the point where I'm rambling. I'm gonna go inside. I'm probably gonna record another episode because I had a whole bunch of screenshots. I might change my shirt just for the photo, so people don't know it's all in the same day. But nah, that's laundry too. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Y'all be safe. Make good choices. Bye. Make sure to use code KIABDAY for 15% off at prbynakia.com and hit up Nakia on all her socials. Links are found in the description. Happy birthday to me, and y'all have a great week and bust all the nuts and feel sexy doing it with pure romance.